So, speech has taught me a lot of things. A lot of things that we do in our everyday life. Um, Most of which is, you know, telling stories. We all tell stories. Well, once in our lifetime, we have all told a story. But stories really go a lot deeper than that. Most stories we tell have a reason for why we're telling them. Um, we tell them so, to entertain somebody, but 9 times out of 10, those people are going to relate to the story in some way, and that is why we're telling it. Whenever we're talking to people, just in general, hanging out, talking to somebody, and we tell somebody about a story that we know, it is because it reminded us of something that they said or that someone else said or something that we were already talking about. So yeah, we all relate to stories in some kind of way. Um, the way we tell stories is, well, I guess it'll help if I tell you what a story is. To start with, a story, um, just to simplify it, is a um, is a character who wants something but has to go through something to get it. So, I don't know if anybody's seen the new Lightyear movie. Just first thing that popped into my head. Um, New Lightyear movie. Buzz Lightyear, he's the main character. He's trying to go to. They crash land on a planet, and they're trying to find their way back to their home planet. So Lightyear is consistently working at it, to try to get back going into light speed. But every time he goes into light speed, it shaves off a certain amount of years of his life. I think it's about it's like 5 years or so. So he goes into space. If he fails, he's been gone for 5 years. He comes back, everybody's 5 years older. So everybody starts to age, but he doesn't. And he keeps going and keeps going because he's trying to get out of there, and he promised people that he was going to do it. But that's just an example of what a story is. And as a human existence, we all love to hear about the human experience. That is why we like watching movies. That is why we like reading books, listening to music. Music is stories, most of the time. Books are nonfiction or fiction. They're all based on the human experience. We all live, and it's all stuff that we can relate to. It's all stuff that we go through as people. We've all lost family members. We've all have felt heartbreak. At one point in our lives. So that's what makes storytelling and speech and being able to talk to people clearly. That's what makes all this very important. Is that we do it in our everyday life, and most people, are fine with just talking to people, telling them, just talking to them in general. It doesn't even have to be anything specific. Just hanging out with your friends, telling people stories all the time. So that's why that's one of the few main things that I've learned in this class, and it really helps open up and broaden things for me. It kind of gives me a explanation of everything, of why we do things, and it really helps me when I'm telling stories for certain classes or when I'm writing essays. Makes it a lot easier. So yeah.